Sorry about that. Had to adjust the audio. All right, so we are live again with another live stream. So we're going to be discussing, well, it's essentially a two-parter because Halo Season 4, it's like Halo Season 2, Episode 4, and Halo Season 2, Episode 5 are related to the Fall and Reach. So we're going to discuss that. So let me get out my notes regarding the episode. So, like, we found out that the is a corporal Perez or something like that. We find out she loses her family, and I mean, I feel like this episode is pretty much like, yeah. So like, it starts off like with an attack, and straight off the bat, there's already a character in this season that lost something. We get we get the I forgot the monster arm guy, and he encounters Harley Bomb like with not much happening. I figured he'd go all revenge mode, but there was nothing like that. The girl makes let me know if I'm going too fast. Girl makes a point. She says those weren't Marines; they were family. But the thing is, John was a Spartan who's had his emotions gone for like majority of his life, so he doesn't really know how to feel about that. And we get more of that in episode 5, where he doesn't really know how to feel. Uh, so in this private scene, she talks about a coin and how every single time he goes into battle, he loses people, but it's never like him who loses any. Like I guess you could say that's like his power, or his curse, where like he's a survivor. But I mean, in a way, it shows that she feels to some extent survivor's guilt. We get this moment where the old lady and she's like references like a typewriter and stuff because in the Halo universe, Earth was like such a long time ago, and this lady managed to get like some items that were on Earth. So like I'm gonna I'm just assuming like she's a typewriter. So we're talking about like before the year 2000. And then like some point, I guess in the year 2000, Earth got attacked and they moved to Reach. The scene is like funny and sad at the same time. You get a cool action scene. You got Rios operating the minigun, and I mean that scene looks cool. I thought that scene was cool. Well, there's a lot of cool scenes in the episode. We got I forgot his name, but we get a scene where the I guess you could I'm just gonna refer to him as the bald guy, but like even though he can't see, like he's ready to take out the company. He's got the this guy's grenade launcher ready, and he's gonna rely on his hearing. And that actually does come into play like like a minute later. You see that the guy can use his hearing and his other senses, and he managed to use the grenade launcher to take out 3 Covenant right there. And well, in regards to this character, so we find out that the ball guy's husband got taken out during the firefight, but I don't know exactly which part in that firefight, like at what point he got hit. And the ball guy like does spend the last few minutes of his life getting revenge because he takes out the Wraith tank, the Covenant Wraith tank with it. It's like grenades and grenade launcher. Let me know if I'm going too fast because I mean, yeah, like it's been like what over a week since I streamed. Yeah, I this scene, yeah, the alien lady took Cortana, and I suppose that's giving me like a big part for like the rest of the season in regards to Cortana and the role played in getting to the Halo. Like, is Cortana secretly gonna double cross the alien girl? Well, probably will, but like, how much information will the Covenant get due to the use of Cortana? And we got like a scene where the Reyes and Chief return to command and to see the wounded. So like, and like since they have we've known that these two characters had their emotional chips taken out a long time ago. That like to some extent they do feel sadness and loss, but like not to the full extent that a human would feel when they see a scene like this. So we got like another scene in regards to Chief's emotions where he's like, "Aren't you gonna say anything?" But like he doesn't really know what to say. But in the end, he gives her the coin and says like, "Good luck" or something along those lines. Kai, where's Kai? Like in that episode, there was like no Kai. Kai wasn't in the episode at all. And the class guy, he took the armors. Like he took essentially one of the best weapons that could have been used in the battle. And I'm sure there's like a lot of other equipment that could have been useful as too, but the class guy took a is it what's the Anderson, is that the name? We get like like the scene where he's like at this exact moment he apologizes to John. So that was nice. But this, I'm probably gonna end up using this shot for like a thumbnail or something because this shot looks like it looks amazing. I mean, like if I had like a 4K version of this, it'll be like a really cool wallpaper. We get a speech by Keys. So I think that scene was good. I know I'm saying this scene was good, that scene was good, but that's because there was a lot of good moments in the series and the series, like right in the episode. John actually makes a good point that like we did need Keys to survive because there's like messed up people like the class guy who does not know how to be a leader. Like the class guy is basically a coward, while Keys is not. So they need Keys. And she says, I'm where I'm supposed to be, which is exactly what the bald guy from earlier said. So like, I guess like it's almost like soldiers now regretting the like position they are in. Like even though it seems like a hopeless battle, they don't regret fighting in it. You got you got to see the Scorpion tank right there, and it fires up. You got to really, yeah, it fires up a white phosphor shell, and we do get the confirmation that Chief is a silver one. Well, we got a confirmation like last episode that Ray is silver three. Uh, Yeah, so like I thought that was like cool, how like this tank pretty much like uses the phosphorus shell to reveal the covenant. So the transport ends get by the transport gets attacked by like ni pretty much ninja covenant. Like they're using grapples, they climbed up, they got tiny swords and tiny shields. They're pretty much like ninja covenant. And I was like, oh damn. Like it was a diversion. The attack on the bridge was a diversion. Speaking of attack on the bridge, the attack on the bridge was a cool fight. So yeah, he's his final moment. He's like got a light. Like he went down in style, and he used like the fuel line to destroy the Covenant. And like if you're wondering like how did he destroy it? Like at the fuel line, it was like heat or like gas. How? It's when Perez activated the ship, like flew the ship out. The fire from the engines combined with the gas in the air, that's what created the explosion. So Keys is gone. It's more lost throughout the episode. We get this scene, and it's another cool shot. I mean, like, would it be possible, like, to, like, no, no, it would be cool, like, if there was a wallpaper that's similar to this movie, except instead of these two, it's Master Chief. I think that would be like a cool wallpaper if the scene was like that. So this fight was cool, like many of the other fights. We get like a boss battle moment, and I know in season one, like the main villain for Halsey seemed like the Hammer guy, and I don't think the Hammer guy got defeated in season one. But like I guess season two is this guy. If anyone knows what this alien's name is, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, so this happened. Yep, we're not. We're like what? No, are we even halfway into the season? Well, that's Vanek. Yeah, and you can see like the bird, like because Vanek said he like watching animal programs. You see a bird, and I know that I didn't write it down in my notes, but I know in the next episode Chief sees a bird multiple times, which reminds him of Vanek. And yeah, like I was listening to the music during the credits, and I thought the music was like really good because it really like set the tone of wow, how hopeless the situation got throughout the episode. Now that's my images for the season two, episode four. Let me get out my notes for the next episode, which is episode season two, episode five. Give me a okay. I all right. Let me just present that while I'm getting set up. Next week I'll be covering episode six, and then right after, almost there. Uh, right after we'll cover the issue number two of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. I will not be doing that this stream. That will be next stream because this stream I am covering two episodes. So Halsey says some ships are coming back, and that does appear to be the case, but that's nowhere near how many ships they need to actually win the conflict. But I mean, I guess like some people are like, screw this, I'm gonna go and help, even if the situation's hopeless. So that was good. So we get the scene where this guy this guy's wife is like right there, and she is like the turret on top of their ship to attack the hammer guy. Correct me on this: the hammer guy that we saw, is that the same hammer guy that was in season one, like the season one, or was this a different hammer guy that got killed off? Because that would mean that the villain in season one is still alive. So that makes me question like the season two villain. Like, is he gonna get defeated too? So she saves them, which means like there is no like, if that lady did not come, like if the events in motion did not play out the way they did, then they would have no escape plan. Like it would have been all over. So that ship ended up being the lady ended up being their final hope of getting off the planet. Uh, this shot right here, this shot looks amazing. Last episode we had that aerial shot, and this episode we have this shot, and it looks awesome. I'm glad she went back to get Vennec's body, even though Vennec is dead. It's this shot right here looks almost like, reminds you of like military image, real life military images that represent a theme of like no man left behind, or like, and it also reminds you of like firefighters, like how, because you know the fire in the back, how like they also rescue their own. And as the ship leaves, does the main building they were in, you see that the glassing has begun, and yeah, that is a lot of fire. Like that, like they destroyed that city before glassing the planet. And in regards to this shot, um, yeah, my only issue with the shot is that the reflection of the annoying McKee lady is there. If you take her away from the shot, then it looks like a cool scene. But the fact that she is in it, like, it ruins this image. So, Halsey ends up mentioning that Riz needs surgery in this scene, and like, I was like, oh, is she gonna survive, or like, is this where we lose Riz too? And you get like, it's essentially almost like the same scene, but like, Chief is right. Like the UNSC, ONI, or whatever the group organization is called, they pretty much did leave their people to die. Like there was no armor, no evacuation plan. They kept them in the dark for like the entire season. And like that's pretty messed up. Uh, uh, um, and like regarding Chief's emotions and how he deals with things, he tries to act like an emotional machine in order to deal with the loss of Vanek. And it's not till it's like throughout the episode that he shows more emotion. And like I guess like that's like the theme. That was like the theme of one of the themes of the last episode in this episode. Because you could say it's Fall of Reach two part. Because like we saw part one last episode, and this felt like the ending to like part two. Yeah, like he really seems like trying to find the right spot where he wants to be emotion wise. Like he doesn't want to be fully emotionless, and we know that because he took out his pellet, but he doesn't want to be fully emotional because he doesn't know how to be. So yeah, I guess he's trying to find like the right spot there between emotion and no emotion. But so I'm glad that Quan, I guess Quan was carrying money on her, like she had money in her pockets, and she bought Chief a jacket. I thought that was like a nice, touching moment. No, is that correct? It was a nice moment. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna phrase it. Where was I? So Reyes survives surgery. So I guess like I was like, oh, we're gonna see more of our character, but then the ending makes me question whether we actually will. Sorry about that. Um, so where was I? All right. So like we you know like there's like questions regarding whether Grizz will continue, and we have that moment, and like I was down here regarding my notes. So I'm glad Grizz was able to attend the funeral despite being heavily wounded. So Chief, yeah, Chief is ready to like get full on revenge on the Covenant. So that was good. So the scene where Riz says she wants to live and no longer be a Spartan. Riz, like I don't know if we'll actually see more of Riz throughout the episode because she left her dogs dead. She wants to like fully leave this Spartan life behind. And we get this final shot of Kai, and I guess Kai's working with the class guy, the Anderson, whatever his name is. So it almost feels like Kai betrayed Master Chief and her team in order to join up with these soldiers. I don't know if they're Spartans or not, but like that's all I have, and I'll be back next Friday to discuss episode 5. Good night, everyone.